All right, so we've got the daily language review for page 27. All right, make our corrections. If you want to make a memory box, you needed string glue markers and a box. All right, Bristol. Okay, so we need to get rid of the S on want. So if you want to make a memory box, Camden. Okay, because we have a list, right? You need string, comma, glue, comma, markers, comma, and a box, period. Because when you have 3 or more items in a list, you have to separate them with commas. So Colton, make sure yours matches, right? Hey, Harper. Right, you need. We're going to get rid of the ED. If you want to make a memory box, you need string, glue, markers, and a box. Okay, number 2. You'll also need a few pieces of tissue paper to decorate the box. Easton. Nope. Sawyer. Nope. Opal. An apostrophe, right? Y-O-U apostrophe L-L. Y-O-U apostrophe L-L. What is that? You will. A contraction for you will. All right, Addie. How do you spell it? Right, so we just need to get rid of the K. You'll also need a few pieces of tissue paper to decorate the box, period. I think that's it.
That's it.
Right? Camden, you see something else?
It's out here also, but.
Well, right, but because they're adding on to this sentence, right? Okay, Meredith? That's spelled right, I before E. All right, use context clues to figure out the meaning of the bold word and write it on the line. A memory box is a good place to store your photos and other items you want to save. Store, Clara. To like keep it, a good place to keep it, right? To keep it or save it. That kind of store, is it like a store where you go to buy things? No. You have a question?
To put in or place something.
Sure. What?
I put somewhere.
Perfect. Okay. Write the suffix. What does suffix mean?
What's the ending?
The ending to complete the bold word. Looking at old photos can be really with just a Y or really with L-Y. L-Y. R-E-A-L-L-Y. Really fun. No, you can just circle it. All right. Nope. Turn them off. Hey, guys. All right. Down at the bottom, we have to make our corrections. On September 9th, 1850, California becomes a U.S. state. First thing, if I've already called on you and you have answered, please put your hand down. David. Okay, the S in September should be capitalized. Bryce. Very good. Between 9 and 1850. We need a comma. Very good. Colton. Right, very good. Why would we make it became?
Because it's supposed to say on September.
Because it's past
Yeah.
tense. Became a U.S. state, because obviously 1850 is in the past, so past. Is there anything else?
No.
What?
The on state that during the past one.
Nope,
That's it.
that's it.
Is it really?
That's really it. Today, the cities in California that had the mostest people in Los Angeles, that had the mostest people is Los Angeles and San Diego. Again, if I have called on you and you have correctly answered, put your hand down. Sawyer, didn't you answer one? You did or did not? I'm pretty sure you did. Somewhere up here, I thought. Oh, you didn't. That's right. Okay, Sawyer, what's the first one? Or what do you see? On number 2, what would you like to correct? Mostest should be what? Most. Get rid of the EST. Okay? No, you wouldn't. Christian, what else? Not in. The cities that had the most people, not is, not in. What should it be? Teddy? Nope. Parker? R. The cities in California that had the most, that are Los Angeles and San Diego. Okay, another thing, Teddy. You have your hand up or not? Morgan, were you going to answer then, or then what, Teddy? What? No, we're still on number 2. Morgan. Nope. Okay, if you have answered and you know it, go ahead and raise your hand. Cam. Change the Y to an I-N. Okay, one more thing. Okay, so I want to point this out. It says today, right? So would that be past, present, or future tense? Present. So knowing that, is there something else? Opal.
How should we have?
Had should be had. So today, the cities in California that have the most people are Los Angeles and San Diego. Good. All right, write the word that best completes the sentence. Many pioneers stayed in California when gold was found. Many pioneers settled in California when gold was found. Or many pioneers lived in California. Gavin, what did they do before they lived there, though? Well, hold on. Liam, settled, right? What that means is they were living somewhere else. They picked up all of their stuff and moved to California, and then they lived there. Okay, so settled means all of that together, right? Question or answering the next one? That's fine. I don't care. You can either write it or circle it. I don't care. Hey, the Latin word vid means to see. Circle the meaning of the underlined word. So at school, we saw a video about the gold rush. Okay, so would that be a program you hear on the radio or a program you watch on TV? What, A or B? B. And how do we know that? Because vid means to see, so we watch it with our eyeballs, right? Okay, go ahead. Everybody stop. Look at your paper and make sure your name is on it. Okay, do that now and then turn them in. We know that a noun is a person, place, or thing, right? Last time we talked about singular possessive nouns. What are possessive nouns? What does that mean, Addie? They have possession of it, right? So if I wanted to say my sister's bike, what would I have to add to my sister's to show that she possesses the bike? What would it be? Apostrophe S. Okay, we're not on the worksheet. Opal, we're not on that either. Okay, all right. So as long as it was singular, no matter how it was spelled, we would always add an apostrophe S. Okay. Today, we are going to work on plural nouns possessing things. So plural means what? More than one, right? More than one. So sometimes you want to show ownership by more than one person or thing. When a plural noun ends with an S, all you're going to do is add an apostrophe. Right? And would you put that apostrophe before the S in the word? No, where would the apostrophe go? After the S. So they give us the example. Pumpkins owned by the boys. So is boys singular or plural? Plural. Does it end in S? So what am I going to add to it to show that they own the pumpkins? Apostrophe. But, Liam, pay attention. How would we say that? Would we say the pumpkins owned by the boys apostrophe? No, we would say the boys pumpkins. Boys, B-O-Y-S, apostrophe. Do we put an apostrophe S if it's plural? No. Okay. So the eyes of the puppies. Is puppies singular or plural? Plural. Does it end in an S? Yes. Okay. What do the puppies own or possess? The eyes, right? So I would say the puppies' eyes. But now I have to show that the puppies own the eyes. How would I do that? No. Do I add it? The S is already there. So do I add the S? All I add is the apostrophe after the S. We are not on the worksheet, Easton. Okay. All right. If a noun is plural, but it does not end in an S, you're going to add an apostrophe S. Okay. Just like we did with the other ones. So the antlers of both deer. Well, is this plural? Yes, it is. Both deer. That means more than one, right? Is that plural? Right, because that means two, right? So both deer's antlers. Even though it's plural, did they add an apostrophe S? Why did they do that? Because it doesn't end in an S. Reports by these men. So the men have the report, right? Is men plural? Yes, it is. But does it end in an S? No. So what do we have to add to show? So these men's reports. So we're going to do a couple of these together. Canoe of two women. Okay. How would I say that? No. What do the women have? The canoe. So we would say two women's canoe. Okay. Because the women have the canoe. What do I need to add to women to show that they possess the canoe? Why is it apostrophe S? Because it's plural, but it does not end in an S. Let's go on to 3. Poems by 4 authors. So who has what here? 4 authors, they have the poems. So 4 authors, poems. Okay. Think about it. Is authors plural? Does it end in an S? Okay. So what do I have to add? Where would it go? After the S. Okay. I've taught this stuff for many years, and I promise you, some of you would do this. You would like, oh, I'm going to squeeze it right there. Is that where it would go? Because, Emma, I need you paying attention. What this does is now that makes it only one author. Okay. So it has to go after the plural S. Okay. All right. Saddles of these ponies. All right. Who has what? So the ponies saddles. So ponies saddles. What do I need to do to ponies to show that they have the saddles? Where at? After the S. Okay. Cage of both mice. So both mice's cage. So both of the mice, they have the cage. So what do I need to add to mice? Apostrophe S. Both mice's cage. Rules of many coaches. So who has what? So the coaches rules. Okay, coaches, is it singular or plural? Plural. Does it end in an S? So what do I add to it? Just an after the S. Okay. What questions do we have?
No.
Yes.
Do you like always, would you add an apostrophe if it's singular?
If it's singular and ends in an S. Okay, so for example, my brother-in-law, his name is Chris. So let's say Chris, we're talking about Chris's pickup. Okay, so Chris, is Chris singular or plural?
Singular.
So if it's singular, you always add apostrophe S. Chris's pickup. What? If it's singular, no matter what, you add an apostrophe S. Guys, other questions? That was a great question, Sawyer. What other questions do we have? All right, let's take a look at the homework. Yes. Hey, I will get there. Am I here yet? Have I even started looking at this? So is there any reason for you to be looking at it yet? Your eyes should have been focused on what I was doing. All right, this side here, put your name on this side. Okay, the side that has the children's book. Put your name up there. All righty. So number 1, the eyes of men. So who has what? Do the eyes have the men? Or the men have the eyes. So what do I need to add to men? Okay. How do we know it was apostrophe S? Because it's plural, but it does not end in an S. So get that one written down, Liam. You have it? Okay. Teachers of our classes. So who has what? No, our classes have the teachers. So we have classes, right? So the underlined word is the one showing possession. Okay. Is classes singular or plural?
Plural.
Plural. Does it end in an S?
Yes.
So what do I need to add? After the S. Our classes teachers. The cries of many babies. What would I say? Many babies cry. So babies, they have the cries. Babies, is that singular or plural?
Plural.
Plural. Does it end in an S?
Yes.
So what would I do to show possession? After the S. Good. The gray fur of mice. So the mice have the gray fur, right? The mice's gray fur. Is mice singular or plural? Mice. It's plural. Mouse is singular. Mice is plural. How would I show that the mice have the... Why is it apostrophe S? It doesn't end in an S. All right. Questions on what we're going to do on this side. Basically, you're taking that underlined word and you're adding the apostrophe S or just the apostrophe. Okay. Just the underlined word on this side. Okay, Liam? Okay. All right. Turn it over on the back. So we got to figure out the underlined word and what they own. We visited the farm owned by our grandparents. So who has what here? Our grandparents' farm. Yep. All right, is grandparents singular or plural? Does it end in an S?
Yes.
So what do I add to it to show where at? After the S. Our grandparents' farm. I'm going to do some more with you. No? Yes.
So we're writing the...
You're writing what I have. Our grandparents' farm. Basically, I want to know the noun and how you're showing possession and then what they possess. Okay. All right. Number 2, the crowing of the roosters woke us up. So we know roosters is underlined. We know the roosters possess something. So the roosters, what do the roosters have?
Crowing.
They have the crowing. Okay, roosters, singular or plural? Does it end in an S? How do I make it show possession? After the S. Okay, the shouts of some children rang out. What do the children have here? The shouts, okay? So you're going to write the children's shout. The cow that belonged to the farmers was missing. Farmers, what do they have? The cow. So on that one, you'll just put the farmer's cow. Okay? So you'll have 3 and 4 on the back to do. I'm not doing them with you. You're going to do them. Okay, then we'll do the bottom. So I'll give you a second here to go ahead and do numbers 3 and 4, and then you can do the bottom. The farmers have the cow. Just put the farmer's cow. You don't have to rewrite the whole sentence. Liam, do you need help? You're getting it? Okay. All right, can I go to the bottom or are we still up top? Pencils down, eyes on me when you're done with 3 and 4. Pencils down, eyes on me. Colton, are you still writing? Are we close? What, Teddy? I just said pencils down, eyes on me. Okay, can I go on?
Yeah.
Sawyer, are you ready or not? Sawyer? Now can I go on? All right, so at the bottom, we've got 4 full possession errors. So the school science fair schedule, 9 o'clock a.m., Moose's eyesight. Do they need glasses?
Glasses need to have.
No, do the glasses have anything? The moose, what do they have? Okay, moose. What's the plural form of moose? Moose. Moose is the singular, same singular as it is plural. So where would our apostrophe go? Nope.
In between the E and the.
Because that is the plural form of moose. To make it show possession, we'd have to have an apostrophe S. So where would our apostrophe go? Between the E and the S. Okay, 11 o'clock a.m. Whales' brains are big, but are whales' brains best? Okay, right here, do the whales have something? What do they have? Okay, is this whale, is it supposed to be singular or plural?
Plural.
Plural, because there's more than one brain, right? So whales is plural, does it end in an S? So where should my apostrophe go? After the S. Okay, and then, but are whales' brains best? What's wrong with there? No. Right, because whales is plural and then it ends in an S. So do I need this one? Whales is brains. Yeah, get rid of that one. Okay, why zebras' stripes are like fingerprints? Teddy, what are we doing? Then you need to come up here if you can't see. Okay. Okay, what's wrong with this one? Well, what's wrong with zebras?
They have that apostrophe S after the S.
Right, because right now we're only talking about one zebra. Don't you think they want to talk about all the zebras?
Yeah.
So it should be zebras plural, and then what would I do with apostrophe? Well, yeah, you could just get rid of the S. Oh, yeah, I thought that was singular. Sorry. I didn't see that. So just take away the S. Very good.
Not the apostrophe.
Not the apostrophe, just take away the S. Okay, so all you have are 3 and 4 on the back, which I think you're done with that, and then the front. Okay? Are we done with this? Does everybody have this? All right.